And on top tonight, I want to talk a little bit about why, in my view, Donald Trump is failing very badly and why he, in his own words, does not have the cards. Donald Trump, you don't have the cards. You're a leader of a country with a 36 trillion debt. Remember that every morning you wake up. You do not have the cards. And Putin just reminded you, Donald Trump, that you don't, in exactly the way that Trump told Zelensky. Now, the fact is, Putin has told Trump he does not hold the cards. And there is something deliciously patronizing in the way in which Vladimir Putin hit Donald Trump back hard and really hard today after Trump called him completely crazy to be bombing Ukraine last week. Putin said that Trump's reactions were proof of his emotional overload. In other words, according to Putin, Trump is not in control of his speech or his mind because he's getting anxious and worked up at not being able to get the foreign policy successes he so desperately wants. Because, you see, America is failing economically and Trump has to distract the attention of Americans into some foreign policy victory. But he's not getting any victory there either. There too, Trump is a failure. And you know what? Putin is dead right. Americans should realize that their president is getting frustrated because solving global problems requires you to be much more than a business bully on an American fiction TV program where you can fire everyone you want and anytime you want. You can't say you're fired to the South African president in the same way that you spoke to the Ukrainian. South Africa is a BRICS country, a major economy. And you can't talk down to every world leader and expect to get a deal done. Deals don't happen if you have disrespect in your tone. And what Trump needs to realize, and if he doesn't realize this now, 6 months from now he will be made to realize it, that he is not the only elected leader in the world answerable to his voters. Others too are. Everyone is not a North Korean dictator who will happily fly down to Singapore to take selfies with you, Mr. Trump. Trump must accept it. Fact is, and he's going to hate anyone who says this to him. But the American people know this, and if they don't, someone outside America has to tell them, Donald Trump has taken on more than he can chew and he's failing. It's absurd to openly claim to want to build casinos and hotels and spas in Gaza. To go running and begging after Iran, even after they've snubbed you, because you desperately want that victory on foreign policy when your economy is failing. And so you're ready to do business with an ex-terrorist who had $100 million on his head from the CIA. And now you are saying, I'm going to help you run Syria because the Saudis have told me to. You completely sacrifice any ounce of self-respect a nation should have. You get a 400 million plane free from the Qataris and then deny that you're going to use it. What a lie. And as you fail across the world, you come back to America and try to sue Harvard University and you get sued back. Just imagine the mess that Donald Trump is in. He claims he ordered the India-Pakistan ceasefire only to keep utterly quiet after being publicly contradicted by the Indian government. Then he said, well, I may not have, but I helped. Rubbish. He keeps changing his line. And then after acting all so tough with the Europeans, now the same Donald Trump is looking for the slightest excuse, which he has, to defer the tariff imposition of 50%. The whole tariff talk is a disaster. There too, Trump has failed. And the fact is, Trump knows he's failing. And he doesn't like it. Everyone around him knows he's failing. And these are fair weather friends, like Elon Musk. The fact is, the American economy is close to tanking. And across the world, Trump must realize other nations know to negotiate, and the whole world is negotiating back. So where is Trump? They've realized the desperate man in the mix is a man called Donald Trump, who has no solution to a $36 trillion debt that his country is in. Fact is, Donald Trump and America does not have the cards. He should have been respectful to the world. But Donald Trump just overplayed his hand. And watch here on how things spiral for him. I was the one person who said Donald Trump will win the elections in America, and he did. And on several issues, he's correct. But you see, when you treat the whole world with disrespect in the way that Donald Trump has done, you better have the cards to back it up. If you don't, the whole world is going to do a deal, but without you.